This is your daily. We're going to talk about the possibility of a fourth stimulus check. Millions of Americans are going through difficult financial times. If the infrastructure bills fail, the Democrats may choose to start from scratch with a new stimulus bill. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is trying to rally enough support to bring back the federal unemployment benefit. The Federal Reserve is investigating whether they should create their own digital currency. They're currently working with MIT. I'm going to update you on what's going on in the House of Representatives and in the Senate regarding the infrastructure bills worth a combined $4.7 trillion. France is upset with America, the United Kingdom, and Australia over the submarine deal. France instructed their officials to get revenge on Australia, America, and the UK. And we have an update on the booster, and I hope you're having a very nice day. If the Democrats cannot come to an agreement on the $3.5 trillion human infrastructure bill, the progressive Democrats are saying that they're going to reject the $1.2 trillion physical infrastructure bill. Without further economic stimulus being into the economy, Americans may have to prepare for more financial resulting from the upcoming mass evictions, the termination of the federal unemployment benefits, elevated cases, turmoil in the financial markets, and many more problems. If the Democrats cannot agree on the two infrastructure bills, they may end up scrapping both bills and start over. There's nothing stopping the Democrats from doing that. If the Democrats choose that route, they could include a fourth stimulus check into a new stimulus bill. Here's the current status of the infrastructure. The moderate Democrats said if they don't vote on the physical infrastructure bill by Monday, then they're going to vote no to the human infrastructure bill. The progressive Democrats said they're going to vote no to the physical infrastructure bill if they don't pass both bills together. So ultimately, to satisfy all the Democratic politicians and have enough votes, both bills, they need to be ready by. But the human infrastructure bill, it's not expected to be ready by Monday because Democratic Senator Joe Manchin wants to lower the cost of the bill from $3.5 trillion down to $1.5 trillion. Therefore, Monday is a very important date. On Monday, we're going to see if the Democrats can unify and work together, or we're going to see who is bluffing, or we're going to see if the bill. Ultimately, if we do end up getting a fourth stimulus check, it's going to be because the infrastructure bill or bills fail and because the economy gets worse. So I created a poll last night asking people if they support the $3.5 trillion human infrastructure bill. I just want to say thank you to everybody that. So 27,000 people voted so far. 39% of people said that they support the bill. 43% of people said they do not support the bill. And 18% of people said that they are undecided or indifferent. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is still trying to rally enough support to bring back the federal unemployment. Ocasio-Cortez is in disbelief that businesses are confused about why people aren't rushing back to get jobs after the expiration of the federal unemployment benefits. Ocasio-Cortez said, you can't force people to work a job that doesn't pay enough to. This isn't hard. What's the point in working a job that pays $7.25 an hour or even $15 an hour if the childcare costs are more than one paycheck? AOC says, letting the unemployment benefits expire was based on fantasy, not data. We must restore it. The Federal Reserve is researching whether they should create their own digital currency. The chairman of the Federal Reserve says they're going to be releasing their findings in a paper. The Federal Reserve Bank of Boston is taking the lead on the project and they're working with MIT. Supporters of a Federal Reserve digital currency are saying it will help process payments quicker and it will also help people without bank accounts. Supporters are also saying that we cannot fall behind China. China is moving forward with their digital currency, which is already in the first stages of implementation. Economists are saying if the Federal Reserve does not act more aggressively, the US dollar may be challenged as the global reserve currency. In political news, Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House and the leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives. Pelosi said she's not going to bring up a vote on the human infrastructure bill in the House until they know for sure that it's going to pass in the Senate. In the Senate, Democratic Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are opposing the bill. Pelosi says that she wants to make sure that the House and the Senate are on the same page. Democratic House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer agreed with Pelosi's approach. Hoyer said, we're going to pass something that can pass in the Senate. Right now, there's not a consensus in the Senate. But Pelosi remains optimistic. Pelosi said, we are on schedule. That's all I will say. And we're calm and everybody's good and our work is almost done. We're in good shape. The leader of the Democrats in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, made an announcement that confused the Democrats. Schumer, the Senate, the House, and the White House have reached a deal on how they're going to pay for the $3.5 trillion human infrastructure bill. But several Democrats, including members of the Democratic Leadership Committee, said they haven't seen anything and they don't know what the deal is about. The number 2 Democrat in the Senate, Dick Durbin, no, I haven't seen it. Senator Manchin said, I haven't seen anything. We don't know what they're talking about. Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders said, "I have no idea what's in the framework." Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said, "The deal was worked out between the House Ways and Committee Chairman Richard Neal and Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden." The members of Ron Wyden's committee said they haven't seen what was agreed. Senator Mark Warren told reporters he didn't have the foggiest idea what was agreed to. Senator Debbie Stabenow, the number 4 Democrat in the Senate and member of the Finance Committee, said an agreement was not worked out. Stabenow said, "We don't have an agreement. We basically went through a list of things, a menu of choices." So we're still waiting on clarification from Senate Majority Leader Chuck. In international news, the European Union announced on Thursday they're going to require the smartphone industry to agree to use one power charging cable. They're putting together legislation to go with the USB-C cable. Many devices, they already use this power cord. But Apple says that this requirement is going to limit innovation and hurt consumers. The EU Commission said the typical EU resident owns at least 3 chargers, and 38% of people can't charge their phones because they can't find a compatible charger. By going with the standard cable, it would also give consumers the right to choose whether they want to buy a new phone with or without a charger. If they choose without, then the phone would be cheaper. France instructed to get revenge on Australia, America, and the UK. France had a $50 billion deal to sell submarines to Australia. Australia ended up breaking the deal to build submarines with the help from the US and the UK. France was they said that the 3 nations stabbed them in the back and they recalled their ambassadors from the US and Australia. President Biden and the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson were shocked by the reaction of France. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson told the French president to get a grip. Biden spoke with the French president on Wednesday. Biden apologized, and he said that he should have consulted with France before taking action. Biden will be meeting with the French president in October. In current events, on Thursday, advisors to the CDC voted on the booster shots. They recommended that certain at-risk groups of people should receive a 3rd dose of the Pfizer. They said that all people ages 65 and up and people in long-term care facilities should get a booster shot. They said that people ages 50 to 64 with certain medical conditions should get a booster shot too. It is recommended that the booster shot be administered 6 months after the initial. And I wanted to end with this interesting report. According to Sea Level's HX annual report, drive-thrus have become less accurate and slower in 2021. Compared to last year, the average wait time increased by 25 seconds to 6 minutes and 22. Order accuracy dropped from 87% to 85%. Chick-fil-A was ranked number 1 for order accuracy. Number 2 was Taco Bell. Number 3 was tied between Carl's Jr., Burger King, and Arby's. Wait times have increased because of a shortage of staff and the workers are overwhelmed. Order accuracy has fallen because fast food chains reduced their menu options last year, but now they've been adding back menus. That's news for today. If you enjoyed today's report, please be sure to subscribe. I thank you for your support, and I wish you a very nice weekend.